Becoming Her with Christiana, a safe space for young women becoming who they are meant to be. Here, we talk about healing, identity, faith, self-worth, relationships, purpose, honesty, and gently. If you've ever felt lost, in between, or unsure of who you're becoming, this space is for you. You are not late. You are not broken. You are becoming. Welcome to the journey.
Hi, lovelies. Welcome back to Becoming Her with Christiana. I'm really happy you're here with me today. I hope we've been taking to heart what we talked about in our last episode, choosing not to shrink yourself just to make other people comfortable. And so today we are talking about something that many women struggle with, often in silence: the power of boundaries, protecting your peace without feeling guilty. Now, let's get down to it. If you've ever found yourself saying yes when you really wanted to say no, if you've ever felt responsible for someone's happiness, or if you've ever felt guilty for choosing yourself, then this episode is for you. For a long time, many of us have been taught that being a good woman, you have to always be available, okay? Always help, always give, always sacrifice. That's what makes you a good woman. And while kindness is beautiful, constantly pouring into everyone else's life without taking care of yourself will eventually leave you empty. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. You cannot keep giving from a cup that has nothing left in it. And I think many women struggle with boundaries. The reason being that we don't want to disappoint of anyone. We don't want to um you know we don't want people to think that we are selfish. So we say yes to favors we don't have the time or energy for. We answer every phone call, even when we are emotionally exhausted. We keep unhealthy friendships, unhealthy relationships because we are afraid of hurting someone else's feelings. And we tend to stay in places God is asking us to leave because we don't want anyone to get upset with us. We don't want to annoy anyone. And slowly, without you realizing it, you begin to lose your peace. Now, have this at the back of your mind that every time you say yes to something, you are also saying no to something else. When you say yes to every request, you may be saying no to your rest. You may be saying no to your family. You may be saying no to your own healing. You may be saying no to your quiet time with God. And eventually your soul begins to get tired. And what happens to a tired soul? A tired soul cannot achieve much. Now, one thing I love about Jesus is that he never allowed people to control him, to control his time, to control his plans. There were moments when crowds wanted his attention. Yes or yes. There were moments people who constantly needed him. Yet Jesus still made time to withdraw and pray. Now, if you look at the Bible, Luke 5:16, it tells us, but Jesus often withdrew to lonely places and prayed. Now, I'm very sure that Jesus didn't feel guilty for stepping away. Okay? He understood the very fact that spending time with his father is not optional. Okay? It was mandatory, it was necessary. So if Jesus needed moments of rest and, prayer, how much more do we? So you see, having boundaries doesn't mean you don't love people. Jesus stepped away doesn't mean he doesn't love his people. It doesn't mean you're becoming proud when you create boundaries. No. It simply means you're choosing wisdom. Now, sometimes the most loving thing to say is, I'm sorry, I'm not available, or I can't commit to this right now. Something happened early this year. I had so much academic project. I had so much to do, and I called a friend to, in order for him to assist me. And when I told him, he gave me an amazing response. He told me, "I'm sorry, Christiana. I'm not available. I can't do this for you right now. I mean, this period, I don't want to do anything academic." And I was amazed. Now, those aren't selfish words, okay? They are honest words. And honesty is healthier than saying yes while secretly feeling overwhelmed. And trust me, I respected that fact. And I did not call him throughout that period for anything academics. All right? I also want to remind you that not everyone will understand your boundaries. Wisdom told me about his. He made it very clear, and I understood. Not everyone will understand your boundaries. Some people benefit from you having none. Yes. So when you begin protecting your peace, they may accuse you of changing. They may call you selfish. They may even become upset. Yes. But remember this. Not everyone who is disappointed with your boundaries being mistreated by it. Sometimes they are simply adjusting to no longer having unlimited access to you. Basically, your peace matters. Your mental health matters. Your relationship with God matters. The purpose God has placed on your life matters. See, you cannot fulfill your calling if you're constantly exhausted, trying to meet everyone's expectations. God never asked you to carry burdens He didn't give you. So maybe today your boundary looks like putting your phone away for an hour or more. Maybe it's limiting conversations that always leave you emotionally drained. Maybe it's saying no to a commitment you don't have the capacity for. Or maybe it's creating time every day to sit quietly with God without feeling guilty. So today, I want you to reflect on those questions. 1. Where have I been saying yes when I should have said no? What is stealing my peace? Am I really living to please God or to please everyone else? Now, don't rush. Take a moment to think about your answers. I'm sure they might reveal where God is inviting you to make a change. And as we come to the end of today's episode, I want to leave you with this. You don't have to earn your worth by constantly proving yourself to people. You don't have to carry everybody. You don't have to be available every moment of every day. So don't be afraid to set healthy boundaries. Say yes with joy. Say no with grace. and trust that the people who genuinely love you will learn to respect both. So, thank you so much for listening to Becoming Her with Christiana. If today's episode encouraged you, please share with a friend or anyone who has been carrying too much for too long. This is Christiana, and I will talk to you again soon. Thank you.